Alright YouTube, what's going on? Today I just wanted to give you a quick little view of what my drive looks like to work. And today I am going to be talking to you about the one and only being the life of a chow runner in BMT. Since I volunteered for chow runner the first day I got there and was chow runner all 8 weeks, I thought I'd be the best person to inform you guys on the job. So stay tuned. I will get with you most likely on my way back home from work. So you guys take it easy. Alright YouTube, what's up? A little time has passed since my initial part of this video where I said I was going to be recording whenever I got home from work. Yeah, it's like 3 days later, but you don't know that, so. But anyways, chow runner. Okay, so I want to get into this, try to make it quick, easy, simple, to the point. So I was chow runner all throughout BMT. So we got there, one of the first things that our MTIs asked us was, hey, who wants to be chow runner? Or not chow runner. He was like, hey, who wants to volunteer for something? I know your recruiters probably told you not to, but we need 2 volunteers, whether you like it or not. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it. And the other dude who ended up being dorm chief was like, yeah, I'll do it too. So we were both chow runners, right? And we went through our basic training. I ended up getting fired like first week just because they like to fire people and do like hire a lot of other people. But I got it back though. I wasn't about to lose that position. So I went to the MTI, I bugged him. I'm like, hey, yo, why'd you fire me? I was trying to get aspirin from the doctor's office there. And just because I missed breakfast because I was at the doctor's doesn't mean you're gonna fire me. So I ended up getting it back. That's how that happened. And after that, it was pretty smooth rolling all the way through. I went all the way through BMT as chow runner. I did pretty good, and like it's really cool. Like I highly recommend you do it because you get to like kind of get on the good side of your MTI's bosses whenever you do it. Because your MTI, the person in charge of your MTI is the instructor supervisor, and sometimes the instructor supervisor is sitting at the table, or maybe even your flight commander. So, I mean, like, just take advantage of that opportunity, and don't be afraid to volunteer. Like, volunteer, because like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like, oh, hey, I don't want to be chow runner. Why not? Because I'm gonna get yelled at. Well, it's better to volunteer and say, hey, I want to do chow runner, than fucking, hey, you haven't been talking very much, I'm gonna make you be chow runner. I'd rather be the person to step out and volunteer and at least willingly fuck up than like, oh, hey, I was just not good, so that's why they did this. So all throughout BMT, all throughout Airman's Week, chow runner. I might make some EC monitor videos or something like that too, so stay tuned. Just tell me what you guys want in the comments and I'll make it happen. And so the procedure of chow runner. So okay, so your chow runner, I'll like link this like position in the video down there in the description below, so you guys don't have to fucking like search around. But being a chow runner, so basically what you're gonna do is your MTI is going to give you a piece of paper, and this piece of paper is going to say, it's going to give you the lines that you're going to have to memorize and go in front of the table where all the MTIs are and say, hey, da 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 da. So you're obviously not going to remember it the first like 4 days you're there, but after that you start picking it up and going with it. So you have to go up, like, so your flight, you go down to the DFAC, and your MTIs are going to send you to the DFAC, whether your flight is in the dormitory down there or what the case may be. But basically what your sole responsibility to do is to go down and get the fucking chow time, so your flight isn't like running around not knowing what to do because you got appointments you need to make. You got to be here, you got to be here, you got to be here, you got to get your hair cut here this time, so you got to go down and get the chow time. They're gonna, I think it's like 15 minutes. No, I think it's 5 minutes between flights. So you go down there, they give you a chow time. It's gonna be it's gonna be 1400. The next flight right behind you, they're gonna get like 1405, and then the next flight's gonna get 1410. But it starts piling up eventually, and like the line can take like 40 minutes sometimes. Like no joke of you just standing there staring straight ahead. So you go down there. Basically, you have to stand in front of the MTIs. You have to like march up there and do a left face, say, "Ma'am, trainee Kiter reports is ordered. Ma'am, flight 717 is prepared to enter the dining facility from the north side." And then they'll say, "Who's your instructor?" "Oh, okay. Zip your jacket all the way up." And I'm like, "But ma'am, the other MTI just told me not to zip my jacket all the way up." She's like, "Zip it up." So I'm like, okay, I zip it up. It's just like stupid crap like that happens all the time. And then she's like, "Bring him in." I'm like, "Bring them in." "Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am." And then I'd do a left face and I'd walk off. I'd go around the corner. I'd open up the door. I'd stand in front of my flight. And you're always gonna have another chow runner with you because you can't go anywhere in BMT by yourself. So I'd be complaining to the other chow runner like on the way out or something. And then I'd say, "Flight 10 Chut. Flight 717, prepare to enter the dining facility from the north side. All key personnel fall out, fall in, followed by the fourth element." And the reason why you send the fourth element in first is because that's basically just what your MTIs tell you to say. So the fourth element, imagine these two fingers, my head's, so this is me, this is the other chow runner. My head is pointed towards my face right now. These are the four elements. So element number 4 is going to consist of 10 bodies, 10 people in your flight. Element 3, so it's like a big rectangle of people. So the fourth element, the important people like the water monitors and everybody, they're going to stand in front of the fourth element because I said followed by the fourth element. So these people are going to go march in and go through the door. And then when they're done, then these people are going to go in, and these people are going to go in, and then these people are going to go in. It's about 10 people per element. Don't quote me on that though. They're all going to go in. And basically, right after you say followed by the fourth element, you walk back in, march in front of the MTI table. You say, "Hey, ma'am, trainee Kiter reports is ordered. Ma'am, flight 717 has entered the dining facility from the north side." And then she'll say, "Go on, seat your flight." And then I'll say, "Go on, seat my flight." "Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am," because you repeat exactly what they say. And then you follow up by "Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir." And then "Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am." So then you do a face, you go stand in front of the chairs, you do this thing, and then you tell them to sit down where they needed to sit down. They would sit down. If you don't sit them down in the right order though, you'll get yelled at. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like after that, you're just the last one to finish eating and your entire flight's gonna be waiting on you outside every single day. But honestly, being chow runner was pretty fun though, because you got to go like do your own thing with the other chow runner quite a bit. I always stayed there late for like every meal because I just didn't really I wasn't about to eat my meal in like 30 seconds. So yeah, a lot of people are probably gonna be mad at you if you don't like get out in time. Like I've had some bad experiences with that. But if you have any more questions about chow runners, if I missed anything, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna put the whole wording in the description so you guys can like write it down and memorize it before you go to basic training if you're thinking about being chow runner. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see me. Follow me on Snapchat if you want to see what I'm doing every day. But yeah, anyways, you guys take it easy. I'll talk to you later. I'm gonna do something. I'm probably just gonna edit this video and do something else. But you guys take it easy though.